Well, happy weekend, everybody. I have something cool that we're getting ready to start doing up here. We are about to start putting the fence in on the next section that we're gonna pin off for the boys, for the bucks over here. This is gonna be the bachelor pad. We're gonna have some of this area fully fenced off so that we're not playing with the old style temporary fencing all the time. We're gonna use the temporary fencing inside the perimeters to cut things up. But I've got an idea of something I want to try today. And quite frankly, I don't know if it's going to work. I've seen it on YouTube. Somebody else was doing it, so it must work for them, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for me. I have these 6 to 7 inch posts right here. Actually, I think they're 5 to 6, but anyway, I've got these posts right here, and I've got that excavator. And I saw somebody pushing the posts into the ground with an excavator. And if that's possible, I think that would be a lot more fun than digging holes all the time. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go right back to putting the auger on the tractor and we're going to dig holes and we'll have to deal with it. But we've got a bunch of rain supposed to come tomorrow. It's a little spritzy today. I'm hoping that I can get this done. You see I've got my little poles laid out in a rough path. The reason I had that laid out was because they had to come and mark the electric and the old DSL cable. Quite frankly, I don't care about that DSL, but I do care about hitting that electric because that will hook up my day. That might be the last video I ever make. There we go. Let me choose the first victim here. Yeah, this one will do. Right here. It's skinny on this end. That'll be the end I try to jam down in the ground, I reckon. All I'm trying to do here is dig a pilot hole, basically, just to hold the post up so I can try to take the excavator and smash it into the ground. I'm already hitting rock, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna find out if this actually works. I don't know. Take this. Okay. This is a visual cue, so you can be standing off to the side looking at this. Right. If this is level, then you'll know, if this is nice and plumb, you'll know how the post needs to go. You can
so I'm going to
direct
tell
me
you?
accordingly. Yes, you're going to direct me.
Okay.
You're allowed to tell me what to do today.
This way, this way.
Not only is it not working, I ain't punching it in straight anyway, but that ain't working at all. I don't know what they got, but whatever they got, I don't got it. It's lifting me up and it's not going in. What the heck is going on with my track? Well, that's not working very well, but I just took note of how sloppy that track is. That's ridiculous. And I just had, last year, just had a whole lot of trouble toward the end of the year with this tractor, or with this excavator being down because that track came off and I had a frozen cylinder on there. So I gotta get this thing pumped up before I throw this thing again. This is not the area I want to be in trying to fix this, and it's not something I want to do with my day. Come back and saw all that red grease on my hand. She thought I was hurt. I should have milked it for a little bit. Don't stand too close to it. Accomplish anything. I did break a $16 fence post though.
Oh, you sent my garden.
If I can get it out of here.
I just think we don't have the same kind of soil.
We must not have the same kind of soil.
This is not the same kind of soil.
Because their soil gave way pretty quick and they were able to push some things right in. This did not. I don't think we got more than 6 inches pushed in.
You work with what you have.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Who's barking at Hopper? I got it. Now I just want to eat dinner.
Yeah, we killed it today. That's 26 poles. It isn't exactly straight. A little bit of its jack-o'-lantern teeth, but it's going to be just fine. We're going to string some high tensile electric fence on here. We're going to get this entire area right in here fenced in. That way we put the boys over here. They're separated from the females and they're much less likely to try and jump over this fence when they're trying to jump uphill. So we're going to take it up a full 4.5 feet on the fencing. So it's going to have 8 strands of hot, well, 6 strands of hot and 2 more strands at the top. But that'll do the trick. That's all I got in me today. I'm busted. Another happy weekend and we are out on the farm building fence. But to build the fence, we've got to clear the area. Now we've got some fence posts that we put in there last weekend along the road, but as you can see, we've got a huge debris field right here. We got to make that stuff go away. Some of it's going to get taken away to be burned later on. Some of it's going to go into a pit that I've got for stumps that's going to get buried. But anything that can go into the chipper is getting chipped up today. Well, we just cut off the machine because something is smoking really bad in here. My guess is that there's a piece of a branch or something inside this thing that's stuck. And the friction is causing it to produce a lot of wood smoke. I don't see any more smoke coming out of there right now. My concern is it's really low humidity today. It's like 37. And that is forest fire weather. In fact, just over the mountain about 20 miles away, there's an active forest fire going on right now. I do not want to contribute to that kind of thing, so I'm going to have to break it down and make sure that there's nothing inside that's actually burning. This is probably where all that smoke was coming from. all this little ticky-tack branch pieces that come off of there. Yeah, and it's hot too. That stuff is definitely hot. So I'm gonna throw it in its own pile right over here, and I'm gonna douse it with water, because I got 2 buckets of water right here just in case. Didn't know what I was actually gonna find when I opened it up, so in case something was actually burning, I wanted to be able to douse it with water. A whole bunch of stuff stuck up in here, good God. Oh yeah, well that's part of the problem right there too. So I was looking at it as the smoke was backing out of here, and I'm looking and I'm expecting some smoke to come out of there, because usually if anything's rubbing, it'll be blowing it out of there. But the reason it's not is this, and this happened to us not last time, but a couple months ago when we were running the chipper right out here on the same kind of stuff. It's a lot of small material, and some of that small material starts getting in there and going up sideways and catching and not going all the way out. Once that starts to happen, it catches more material. It's kind of like the way that you end up with a fire in a dryer. A lot of house fires start from dryers because you got a screw or something sticking through the vent pipe, and it grabs a little bit of lint, and that starts to build up, and as it builds up, eventually it creates a blockage. Once that happens, it builds up a lot of heat, and now you have a problem with a fire. Well, back in business. That stuff can't be chipped up. That really needs to be either taken to the dump or burned. That's little root pieces and things like that. But we've done a pretty good day. I've got hay in both fields. All the goats have hay. Can't really believe I let it get to the point where they had eaten everything. I thought that there was still viable hay out there in the piles that were there, but you know, once that stuff gets wet, it gets a little funky, it's not any good. And you know, our fields, while we do have some grass growing, we have a lot of work to do still. It's going to take a couple years before we have real nice fields. We're trying to spread the hay out, trying to do the Greg Judy thing where you let the hay you roll it out and you let the animals eat it, and then they go to the bathroom and you move around from spot to spot. And that's what I'm doing, the way I'm putting these bales of hay out, even in the spot where that's inside their pen. I try not to put it always in one spot. And there's so many bare spots here, we try to spread that hay out so that it has the ability to hold moisture down and keep the dirt from getting too dry, so that the grass can take root and also just be down on the ground and decompose a little bit and put some nutrients into the soil. So we're working on it. We've also got those 4 extras right there. That should get us through another month. And that is, honestly, that's $260 in hay right there. 4 bales. The price of hay is crazy. It is crazy. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the country, but around here, it's rough. So we finished up, got the chipping done. I went around here and tightened the fence up. It's had some time to let the heat get to it. Just little, you know, it strains after a while. You got to go around every once in a while and tighten it up. Once it's been established for a while, you're pretty much good. But went around, got it straight, got the gates readjusted, everything's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the charger. I'm using this one right now. I really need to switch over that one for a while. That one is junk. It doesn't even work. It's not worth a damn. But there's always something you got to do when you're running an electric fence. You got to make sure that you've got everything adjusted properly. That thing's kicking 9,500 volts, so if you touch it, you'll know. Well, that's everything I've got to do for today. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys again.